You trust your brain every second. You shouldn't, because right now, your brain is lying to you. Not sometimes. Every single day. And the strange part, you never notice it happening. Why? Look around you. Everything feels stable, continuous, solid. But science says something disturbing. Your brain does not see reality. It predicts it. A prediction machine, not a camera. Neuroscience calls this predictive processing. A theory supported by researchers like Carl Friston. Your brain constantly guesses what will happen next. Then it corrects itself. But here's the error. It corrects too late. So what you experience is slightly outdated, a delayed simulation, a constructed world. But if that's true, why does everything feel so real? Neuroscientists discovered something shocking. Your brain takes time to process information, around 80 to 100 milliseconds. That doesn't sound like much, but in brain time, it's an eternity. So your brain does something clever. It predicts the future. It guesses what you are seeing before you actually see it. This is called temporal prediction. And it works almost perfectly. Almost. Because sometimes the prediction fails, and that's where the error appears. There is no now in your brain. Let that sink in. What you call present moment is actually a reconstruction. Your brain stitches together visual data, sound delays, body signals, memory fragments, and blends them into one experience, a single moment. But it's fake. Neuroscientists call this the perceptual binding illusion. Everything unified is actually fragmented. So why don't you notice the gaps? Because your brain hides them perfectly, but sometimes it fails, and reality glitches. Try this experiment. Close one eye. Focus on a fixed point. There is a place in your vision where you see nothing. This is your blind spot. Your retina literally has a hole. No receptors, no data, and yet you don't see a hole. Why? Your brain fills it in, instantly, flawlessly, scientifically documented for centuries, and confirmed by modern vision science. Your brain invents reality to avoid confusion, but this fix is also an error, a correction that lies, because what else is it hiding from you? Your brain is not passive. It doesn't observe reality. It selects it. Every second, your senses are flooded with millions of signals: light, sound, touch, internal signals. But your brain ignores almost everything. More than 99% is deleted before you ever notice it. Neuroscientists call this sensory filtering. Without it, you would drown in information. But here's the problem. Filtering means distortion, and distortion means error. So what you call important is just what your brain allowed you to see. But who decides that filter? You believe you choose freely, but experiments in neuroscience suggest something uncomfortable. Your brain prepares decisions before you are conscious of them. Studies like Benjamin Libet's famous experiments showed brain activity starts before the decision is felt, milliseconds earlier, sometimes more. That creates a disturbing possibility. You don't decide first. You realize the decision after. So where does free will fit in? Or is it just a story your brain tells you to make the illusion coherent? So why would evolution build something so flawed? Why not a perfect perception system? Because perfection is dangerous. A perfect system is slow. A perfect system is overloaded. A perfect system cannot survive. Your brain evolved for survival, not truth. It prefers speed over accuracy, prediction over reality, usefulness over correctness. This is why illusions exist, not as mistakes, but as tools. But tools can break, and when they do, you see reality differently. Sometimes the error becomes visible. Optical illusions, déjà vu, time distortion, hallucinations. They are not bugs in a negative sense. They are glimpses, moments where the prediction system fails and raw reality leaks through. Neuroscientists study these failures to understand perception itself, because every illusion reveals the rule behind the system. But the biggest question remains: if everything is constructed, what is actually real? Your brain is wrong every day, but it still works. It builds a world that doesn't exist, so you can survive inside it, a controlled hallucination, a useful illusion. Carl Friston's predictive brain theory suggests you are not experiencing reality. You are experiencing a model of reality, and that model is constantly wrong, but never wrong enough to kill you. So the error is not a failure, it is the system itself. If your brain is always correcting a false model, then what are you? The observer or the illusion being observed? And if every human shares this same error, is reality something we discover or something we continuously invent? Because the most thing about your brain is not that it makes mistakes. It's that those mistakes are the only reason you experience anything at all.